Hey, Ben.
Hey.
I guess let's wait for more people to join.
Yeah. Do you usually run these?
It's usually Greg who runs this. And sometimes even Judith had items in there. Sometimes I put items in there as well, but yeah, it was Greg. Hey, Greg. Hey, Greg, can you hear us?
Yep. Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah. It looks like we do not have any agenda. Let me start the section for today. Okay. Are there topics that anyone want to discuss? I can talk about MesosCon.
Hello. Yeah, I want to talk about MesosCon. Just announce it. Good.
Got it. And to Gitbox. Anything else anyone wanted to chat about this meeting? No?
No, I don't think I had anything today.
Okay. What about you, Ben?
Nope.
All right. I guess let's get going. Maybe let's just ping on the community channel to see if anyone else is trying to join. Usually Andy or James usually join us. So we'll see. So this one says it's recording. Do I take that it is started recording? Do you know, Greg? Do you have to do anything specific to start the recording process?
No, I believe it starts automatically, and I see the little blinking dot on the screen right now.
Okay, cool. So I just ping people on the community channel. Hey, Andy.
Hey.
We're just gathering topics for today. We're wondering if you have any topic in mind that you wanted to discuss today. We have MesosCon and the move to Gitbox here so far.
Nothing pressing on my mind. Thanks for pinging the channel, though.
No, yeah, I figured people forget to look at the community feedback. Oh, sorry, the community invite reminder. Okay, I guess let's start. We are 6 minutes in. Other people who are going to join will join. So Gaston, you want to give us an update?
Yes, the MesosCon 2018 CFP opened last week. The conference will be in New York this year from November 5th to 7th. And the CFP closes on August 27th. So we're looking forward to your proposals.
Did we get any proposals so far?
Not yet. So if you propose something, there are quite some chances you will be chosen.
Yeah, usually, as we were talking the other days, most of the rush comes from people in the last week or so. That's when they feel the urgency and then they start submitting proposals.
Yeah, I will send a reminder in about 2 weeks. But if people are like me, I always submit the proposals on the last hour, so I expect a spike there.
Right. So in terms of marketing that event, where all did we send information about this? Just our mailing list so far on Twitter?
Yeah, just mailing list and Twitter. I'm thinking about sending an email to the Apache community mailing list or something like that to add the event to the calendar. I was wondering whether, do you think there's any other place where we can announce this?
I think we used to also post this in our Mesos meetup groups, if I remember correctly. We have the list of our user groups in our website, on our website, and usually we talk to their or whoever is managing them to post the event there as well. That would be another good place to reach out to people.
Okay, yeah, I can do that. I can, go to meetup and then being all the owners.
Yeah, that would be good.
I wonder whether we want a blog post in the Mesos blog or.
Yeah, I think that would be good. A blog post would also be good.
Okay.
So you said one action item was to email to ASF lists.
Yeah. There's an email address you can ask to be added to the calendar. They have a calendar of community conferences or something like that.
Okay. To ASF to add to calendar.
Yeah.
To mug. Okay. Any other outreach things people can think about, suggest would be useful? Are there any other meetup groups, not just our Mesos user group meetups, but other meetups that are in the space that we should reach out?
I sent the email also to the Marathon and Chronos Google groups.
Okay.
I don't know whether there's anything for Aurora or not.
There is one for sure because they're in ASF.
Okay, yeah, I can subscribe to that one and also send it there.
Or we can just post it in the Aurora Slack channel too. Their Slack channel is on Mesos Slack.
Yeah, I'm there as well. I mean, I send something to a general channel in the Mesos Slack.
Yeah.
But I can just
yeah.
a reminder everywhere. Just spam a little bit more.
Yeah, more spamming doesn't hurt. Any other things that you remember, Ben or Andy, from last conferences where we should reach out?
I mean, you can bring people in your companies as well, so they propose something. It would be nice to hear something from Microsoft, for instance.
I want Akash to put up something, but he's still on vacation. I was going to let him know as soon as he gets back. He'll be back before the CFP ends.
Cool. So you guys are planning to put up some submissions?
Hopefully.
Cool. Yeah, I don't think we have many other company on the call today. Right? Okay. Anything else about MesosCon? Just more marketing for now to get the submissions, right?
Right, yeah. We don't have a website yet, but we will have one in a few weeks. In the meantime, we need more submissions, at least one.
Website will be up next in a couple of weeks. Okay. Okay. Anything else?
That's all.
Cool. So regarding the Gitbox stuff, so I filed Jira already with ASF. I think James also, I guess I linked it in the email chain, and also James linked it in the general channel or CA channel, I forget. So I think they're asking some questions about what does it mean to make only one repo writable, which is kind of funny because they were the ones who suggested that as an option that's possible when I talked to them on the info.chat, their hip chat. But I told them again in the ticket what exactly we are looking for in the problem we're trying to avoid. So we'll see what they come up with, and if there are any issues. I've heard from the Aurora folks that they have filed their move ticket with ASF, and it's been sitting there for more than a month now, like 5 weeks apparently. So they're kind of slow in doing that move for whatever reason. We'll see how long they take it for our move to complete. But if you're interested in that, please watch that ticket. And I'll definitely email the thread when things start going and starting the move so that people can update their remote addresses and stuff in their local Git repos. Any other questions about that move? I saw some discussion on the thread, but only like Benjamin who was asking some questions, but I haven't heard from anyone else. Everyone else cool with the move? Any other issues, concerns, or things we should be looking out for?
I wasn't clear on what we're doing for reviews. It sounded like we mostly wanted to stick with review board. We're just moving the host, but we're also going to let people merge from GitHub more easily. So what are we doing about like GitHub pull requests and stuff and having reviews possibly split across places?
When you say split, you mean some people sending PRs and some people sending reviews, or the same?
Yeah, I know people were asking about it. I don't really know where the discussion went.
Yeah, I think our take has always been that for simpler changes, if someone wants to send them through GitHub, for example, doc changes, I would imagine, are always better to actually send it through PR because you can actually see the rendering right there. It's hard to see the rendering if you change something in the rendering for docs. And some smaller typo issues or small bug fixes and stuff, we said if someone is more comfortable with GitHub and wants to send a PR that way, we won't discourage them. We encourage them to do that. So that's another avenue to gather contributions. But if something more complicated, something that needs multiple back and forth and stuff like that, we've always asked them to move that stuff to review board. So I think that's still going to be our policy.
Okay, we're sticking with that. Okay.
Yeah, we're still sticking with that. But I also think it's up to the reviewer to make the decision. If the reviewer feels confident enough that he or she is able to do the reviews properly on GitHub, I think it's up to them. We should give them that opportunity. But if they feel like they're more comfortable on review board for a more complex change, they can feel free to do so. And the biggest thing is we can now close our stale PRs without having to ping the infra guys or something.
Yeah, that's nice.
That would be nice.
Do you have any policy for that? Like, I don't think we close review requests, right?
We did at some point. I remember Joris did that. Like we discarded them if they were old for more than 3 months or so. I think he did several passes a while ago to try to see, oh, this is like 1 year old and we just discarded it. It's no longer active. There's no point. I think he did something like he just sent an email first that it's closing within a week if there's no response, and then he closed it or something like that. And I think we did that like almost a year or so ago. We haven't done that since. But we also have GitHub PRs. We sometimes go and say, hey, we ask the submitter to close it. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. If they're completely not following that PR anymore, they don't respond at all. So we have to close it.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I also pinged people to close PRs, but they
Yeah.
not following it. So
Yeah.
I just wanted to know whether we have a policy. I do remember you already sending emails about that. So
yeah. So that's pretty much it about this. If there are no other questions about the move. Okay, anything else? No other topics. I think we can end early.
I had one slight quick update after I looked at the very bottom of the agenda. People can use their real names on review board now. That was fixed a little while ago. I'm sure Gaston knows, but yeah. So that action item done. Yay.
Oh,
Nice.
which one? Sorry.
yeah, awesome.
When we were using Python 2, it meant that like reviews would fail to be applied on Windows if they had anything other than ASCII characters in them due to Python 2 problems. And with the work that, oh goodness, I'm spacing his name. I'm so bad. Armin did. We got those scripts ported over to Python 3, which means that like people can have accents in their names now, which I felt was a community issue because it was ridiculous to say, no, you can't spell your name right. And that's been fixed.
Yeah, thank you. Now Windows likes my name again.
Yeah. And there was somebody else too that had run into that right after you, Gaston. Who was it? Did we let them know? I think we let them know.
I think he commented on that ticket, so that's how I noticed that was happening. Yeah,
Perfect.
It was someone else with an accent.
Cool. Yeah, so yay, Python 3 stuff came along. That was really awesome.
Cool.
Yeah, so you will see those annoying messages on the commit hooks, but that means that my name can be properly committed now.
Got it. And this was only an issue on Windows. Python 2 on Linux didn't have an issue, or we already moved to Python 3 a long way?
Python 2 on Linux didn't have an issue because it supported UTF-8, but on Windows they used like the ANSI versions of the APIs in Windows, and that broke everything.
Got it. Oh, good to know.
Yeah, it was a nice forcing function to get everything moved over to Python 3 because Python 2 is dying. So, yeah.
Got it. Do we know if do we have any scripts still that are depending on Python 2?
I think that we still have the Python 3 scripts under a special Python 3 folder. We'd put a date in, or did we move the defaults already yet? I don't think we've moved the defaults yet. I'm just waiting for Armand to get back from vacation. He's out for a little bit longer still.
Okay.
So they're coexisting for now, and the Python 2 scripts will be deleted soon, shortly.
Got it. Okay.
I want to say the deprecation notice said 1st of July, but that definitely didn't happen.
Got it. He's on vacation.
Yeah.
And got it. And our CA and stuff will start automatically doing Python 3 once we make that the default, I guess?
We'll have to make sure that happens, yes.
Got it. Cool. Anything else, guys?
Not on my end.
Oh, all right. I guess let's end early then. Get people their time back. Thanks for joining us.
So you have a few more minutes to submit your proposals.
Yeah, you can use half an hour to draft your proposal now. All right. See you guys.
Thanks, guys.